Hey, Ned Canty here, coming to you right in the middle, actually, of day 8 of La Boheme. I thought I would try doing my video in between the two halves in part because I'm feeling pretty energized by what happened this afternoon. It was just one of those really great rehearsals where everything seems to unfold very naturally, very organically. One moment leads to the next, and sort of moments that you thought you knew, you realize there's more depth to them or another way of interpreting them. And I do just have to say, I don't know that I've ever worked with a finer cast than the one we have now. I used to complain when I was a theater director, or when I moved from being a theater director to being an opera director, I used to complain that I didn't get to cast people, because in theater, 90% of the job is, you cast the right people and the rest is easy. And I always complained in opera that I would show up and I hadn't cast these people. Well, of course, now I do as general director and director, and it was amazing today. I really felt, I felt that same way. I thought these people are just making my life so easy. So thank you to them. Anyway, today we've moved into Act 3, which is, things are not looking as good for our band of merry bohemians, but I think the thing I enjoyed about the day, what made it exciting, was that every time we tried something that was going to take it a little deeper, it sort of landed and led us to something else that would take it even a little further. Because, there's a lot of traps in Act 3. There's a lot of things that you have to be very wary of. You have to make sure that when Marcello runs off to check on Musetta when he hears her laughing, that he doesn't seem callous for leaving Mimi and Rodolfo in this state. You have to make sure that, with Rodolfo, that when he's complaining about his jealousy, that it's different than when he's talking about his fears of Mimi's health, but that it's still very real, because if all of that is fake, and the only thing that he's worried about is her health, then he's kind of a jerk for taking her back. I mean, if there isn't anything else wrong and he's just pretending to be jealous, he's not really the kind of person you want to hang around with. So you have to make sure that that works and that all of that lands. And then you have to take moments like Rodolfo admitting, non basta amor, love isn't enough to save her. Love isn't enough to bring her back to health, which on the one hand is so obvious, obviously, she needs tetracycline or whatever, I don't know what cures TB, but she needs that. And all he has to offer her is his love and his art. And, I think it's the kind of thing that when any of us realizes that our magical thinking world of love being the thing that's going to save this person or bring them back, I think any time you admit that and you realize that, it's actually kind of agonizing. It's a real watershed moment in your life, and especially since if you accept the idea that Boheme is really a piece about growing up, about saying goodbye to your youth, and that's mentioned, that idea is mentioned several times throughout the piece, recognizing that is an important step on that journey. So then, you also need to make sure with all of this that when Mimi and Rodolfo do reconcile, that again, he doesn't feel too selfish. I mean, he's just talked about what living with him is doing to her. So it definitely needs to feel, it needs to feel welcome on both sides. And really, Mimi does kind of feed him the lines that he needs to convince her because she wants to be convinced. But it really, I think this cast is bringing a level of psychological complexity to this piece that you really don't always see, and I'm excited about it. So excited I decided to talk now rather than wait till the end of the night when, who knows, maybe I'll have forgotten all my excitement, but I doubt it, not with this cast. Anyway, hope you're enjoying our blogs, and if you like them, share them with your friends, and if you haven't bought your tickets yet for La Boheme, what are you waiting for? And if you have friends who haven't bought them, what are they waiting for? Go tell them, buy tickets to Boheme. They are never going to see this quality of cast together again. Thanks.